Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful B&B recap for Thursday, July 31, reveals that Sheila Sharp Kimberlin Brown suspected Lee Finnegan's Naomi Matsuda secret, while Brooke Logan Catherine Kelly Lang said screw you and left Ridge Forrester Torsten K. At Ridg. Sheila kept pushing for a chance to pay her final respects to Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, and wondered where she could go to do that. Lee insisted there was nothing Sheila could do for Luna now, and eventually left without her takeout since she'd lost her appetite. Sheila opened up to Deacon Sharp Sean Kanan about Lee acting all agitated over her questions. Although Sheila couldn't nail down what was going on with Lee, she definitely felt like something was off. Lee eventually made her way back to Luna's bedside and found that there was no change in her condition. After Lee reflected on when Luna was a little girl, she talked about Luna never having a real chance with Poppy Nozawa Romy Park. For a mother, Lee insisted she was there for Luna now and pushed her to open her eyes. At Forrester Creations on Thursday's B&B episode, Will Spencer Crumaro suggested Electra Forrester Linnea Grace should be there representing the company in Italy since she'd be the hottest model ever. Electra downplayed that idea before talk turned to Luna and all the damage she'd inflicted. Although Electra didn't want to speak ill of the dead, Will suggested they were only speaking the truth and was glad she wasn't a threat anymore. In Capri, Brooke was sick of posing for photos with Ridge and having to answer questions about his engagement to Taylor Hayes' Rebecca Budig. After Brooke shouted a screw you at Ridge, she decided she'd go with Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, since he looked at her with passion and desire. Brooke liked the fact that Nick treated her like he only wanted one woman, unlike Ridge, who delivered all this back and forth with Taylor. After Nick faced Eric Forrester's John McCook's latest warning to stay away from Brooke, he tracked her down anyway and fumed over Ridge, making her miserable. Nick urged Brooke to get off this merry-go-round for good and come with him as he held out his hand. Brooke ultimately placed her hand in Nick's like he wanted and left with him, so Ridge certainly didn't look happy about it. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke has more romantic updates in her future, so don't miss all the shocking news and dramatic moments that are on the way. Sheila suspects Lee's secret back in Los Angeles at Ridg. The tension between Sheila Sharp and Lee Finnegan reaches a critical point. Sheila is desperate for closure about Luna Nozawa's fate, but Lee's evasive manner only sharpens her suspicions. She peppers Lee with questions. Where is Luna laid to rest? Can she at least visit her? Rather than answers, Lee offers cold brush-offs. There's nothing you can do for her now. Sheila challenges her, calling out that both of them are Luna's grandmothers and deserve closure. But Lee tenses, accuses Sheila of being opportunistic, and abruptly leaves Ivan without the takeout she came to pick up. Her detachment worries Deacon, who joins her shortly after. He acknowledges Sheila's grief and claims she may just be frustrated. But Sheila insists there's something more and very off inside Lee. It feels like she's hiding something, not just grief. Lee, meanwhile, is shown alone in her makeshift home hospital, emotionally worn by Luna's coma. She sits beside her granddaughter, reminiscing. I remember when you were a little girl with so much potential. She injects medication and pleads, come on Luna, refusing to let go. Not yet. What isn't spoken aloud is the truth viewers already know. Luna isn't dead, she's alive, but in a coma, hidden in secret under Lee's care. All of this is weighing heavily on Lee's conscience. Thus, Sheila's grief becomes obsession. Not for revenge, but for understanding, and the hope of saying goodbye properly. With Deacon now quietly aligned, her investigation and suspicion grows. Brooke leaves Ridge swept away by Nick in Capri, Italy. The Forrester Fashion Week ends up triggering emotional heavyweights. Brooke Logan is overwhelmed by memories of her back-and-forth history with Ridge Forrester, now engaged to Taylor Hayes. Every picture, every flash from the press, brings old wounds raw. Eric Forrester, ever the patriarch, corners his son, Nick Marone, at the event, ordering, stay away from Brooke. He insists it's a private company event and Nick wasn't invited. But Nick pushes back. He brands Eric's plan clear, a scheme to reunite Ridge and Brooke. Nick reminds him, I know you want them together. Eric doesn't deny it, he says quietly. Brooke belongs with Ridge. Then he leaves at the waterfront terrace. Brooke and Ridge argue. She's done with enduring the limbo, the constant drama over his engagement to Taylor. Ridge tries to calm her, but she explodes. Screw you. I'm just going to run off with Nick and pretend I never met you. Nick, seizing the moment, confronts Ridg hotly. This isn't his fight until he offers Brooke an escape. Jump off the merry-go-round with me once and for all. He extends his hand. Ridg and Brooke share one final glare. Then Brooke takes Nick's hand and walks off into the sunset. Elsewhere, back in LA, Will and Elektra reflect on Luna's chaos and how relieved they are that it's over. Elektra wistfully dreams about modeling in Italy, which will wholeheartedly supports. Key moments deep dive Sheila's intuition versus Lee's silent. Sheila is fueled by grief and denial, desperate to honor Luna, yet frustrated by Lee's lack of transparency. Lee is emotionally frayed, weighed by guilt and grief. Her evasiveness is both protective and defensive. Deacon senses something deeper. He agrees Sheila shouldn't simply be dismissed. For the audience, Lee's silence is rich with secret. Luna is alive, not dead, hidden away. Sheila edges closer to discovering that truth. Brooke's breakaway. Brooke reaches emotional overloadedly is too much. Memories, press attention, Ridge's engagement, drama. Ridge, still torn, tries to hold her in place, almost pleading. Nick becomes the catalyst, stepping in with passion, desire, possibility. He orchestrates it. A proposal in the works. Brooke's choice is decisive. From tortured nostalgia with Ridge to a potentially exciting future with Nick. Juxtaposed settings. Mirrored emotion. Italy scenes brim with glamour, nostalgia, and unresolved love. LA scenes are heavy with secrecy, guilt, and grief. Two characters, Brooke and Lee, both reach emotional breaking points, each prompting a pivotal turning point in their arcs. What it means going forward. Brooke and Nick, with Brooke choosing to walk off into the sunset with Nick. Their future could mean romance. New beginnings or fresh drama once Ridge fights back. Ridge and Taylor. Ridge is now emotionally unmoored. He must choose, pursue Brooke or honor his engagement to Taylor. How long will indecision last? Sheila and Lee. Sheila's suspicions are bound to escalate if she uncovers Luna is alive. The fallout could rock every relationship in L.A. Lee's secret. Holding Luna in a coma is a powder keg. If the truth surfaces, relationships and reputations will shatter. Lee, Finn, Poppy, Sheila. All generations collide. Episode highlights. Summary. Storyline highlightedly. Brooke and Ridge. Brooke snaps, overwhelmed by press and emotional turmoil, refuses to stay in Capri any longer. Nick's intervention despite Eric's warning. Nick stands his ground, offering Brooke an escape and a fresh start. She takes his hand. Lee and Luna alone at home. Lee cares for Luna, injecting hope and a comatose granddaughter. Sheila's confrontation at Il Giardino. Sheila presses Lee for answers. Lee's evasiveness sparks alarm. Deacon joins Sheila's mistrust. Parallel themes. Both Brooke and Lee reach emotional breaking points. One seeks passion, the other answers. Why this episode matters. Brooke's character growth. She stops being the long-suffering romantic. She takes action, choosing self-respect and desire over misery. Nick's bold move. No longer content to be Ridge's shadow, he presents himself as viable choice, not just fallback. Lee's moral burden. Her secret is a ticking thread. She may think it's mercy, but it's deception. Her silence sets Sheila on a collision course to expose her. Sheila's evolution. Historically villainous. In this episode, she shows vulnerability as a grandmother seeking peace. It humanizes her grief. Viewer questions. And what's next? Will Ridge pursue Brooke? Or will he recommit to Taylor, leaving Brooke and Nick free to build something new? Will Sheila discover the truth? Her instinct is sharp once she tracks it down. How will Lee respond? What's Luna's fate? Will she wake, or will her secret demise unravel? Futures across Genoa City and LA. How will Poppy and Finn react? Paternity ties and maternal secrets are tied up in Luna's mystery. How will Paris be replaced by passion? Brooke now stands at crossroads. Will she'll choose love or drama next? In sum, this episode masterfully parallels two emotional crises. In Italy, Brooke chooses passion over past pain. In LA, Sheila chooses truth over silence. Secrets simmer alongside heartbreak, and the storylines now hurtle toward intense revelations, with love triangles in Italy and hidden family dramas in LA. July 31 becomes a pivot point for multiple characters, their lives diverging along bold new paths.